A fake warrant scam is a form of impersonation fraud in which criminals pretend to be law enforcement or government officials and falsely claim that there is a warrant for your arrest. These scams are designed to create immediate fear and pressure so that the victim reacts quickly without verifying the situation. The scammers often contact people by phone, text message, email, or social media, and they may manipulate caller ID to make it appear as though the call is coming from a legitimate agency. They frequently claim to represent organizations such as the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Canada Revenue Agency, or even local police departments, making the situation feel more believable and urgent. In these scams, the victim is typically told that they have committed some type of legal violation, such as missing jury duty, owing unpaid taxes, or being connected to criminal activity. The scammer will insist that there is an active arrest warrant and may threaten that the victim will be arrested within hours if they do not take immediate action. To increase the pressure, scammers often use aggressive language, may keep the victim on the phone, and sometimes even instruct them not to speak to anyone else. This isolation tactic is meant to prevent the victim from verifying the claim or getting advice from someone who might recognize the scam. The ultimate goal of the scammer is to obtain money or sensitive personal information. They commonly demand payment in ways that are difficult to trace or recover, such as gift cards, cryptocurrency, or wire transfers. In some cases, they may also attempt to collect personal details like social insurance numbers, banking information, or identification documents. A critical warning sign is that real law enforcement agencies, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation, will never demand immediate payment over the phone or request payment through unusual methods to resolve a warrant or a legal issue. These scams are effective because they exploit fear and authority. Most people take the idea of an arrest warrant very seriously, and scammers rely on that emotional reaction to override logical thinking. When someone feels rushed and threatened, they are less likely to pause and verify whether the claim is legitimate. This psychological pressure is a key part of how scammers succeed. To protect yourself, it is important to remain calm and recognize that legitimate legal matters follow formal procedures and do not involve urgent payment demands over the phone. If you receive a suspicious call or message, the safest response is to end the communication and independently contact the agency using official contact information. Never send money or provide personal information to someone who contacts you unexpectedly with threats of arrest. If you encounter a fake warrant scam, it is important to report it so authorities can track and disrupt these operations. In Canada, you can report the incident to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. If the scam involves cross-border activity or connections to the United States, you should also file a report with the Federal Bureau of Investigation through their Internet Crime Complaint Center, IC3, which collects and analyzes cybercrime reports. In the end, a real arrest warrant is handled through proper legal channels, not through phone calls demanding immediate payment. Any situation that combines urgency, threats, and requests for money should be treated with extreme caution, as it is almost certainly a scam. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.